Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So in today's Cook With Me, we are going to be making spinach stuffed chicken breast. So what I'm going to be doing is showing you the items that I have, which is some frozen spinach. You can use fresh spinach if you want. That's just an option. I have some cream cheese, and I also have a little bit of Parmesan cheese that I just had in the refrigerator, as well as some sun-dried tomatoes, and I also have a little bit of mozzarella cheese. So I had to be really light on the cheese because my husband loves cheese, but cheese doesn't love him, if you know what I'm saying. So I also have a little bit of salt. Well, I have a lot of salt. I'm just going to use a little bit. Some black pepper, some garlic powder, some complete seasoning. I love this seasoning, and I picked that up from the Dollar Tree, or that's where I got it from. And just a little bit of some paprika for color. So the first thing that we're going to do is make sure that your cream cheese as well as your spinach is room temperature. It just makes it a lot easier to mix up and move around. So the first thing that I did was I rinsed off my spinach in some lukewarm water. And the reason why I did that was because I wanted to pull out the moisture that is in spinach, because this is a frozen spinach. Once it thaws out, it's going to contain a lot of moisture, and I didn't want that. So I rinsed it off, and then I drained it into a strainer, and that also helps soften it up, as well as get a lot of that green color out that you see in spinach. And like I said, I didn't want a whole lot of moisture. So now I'm just adding the cream cheese to it. And then you're going to see me add some of the cheeses that I just showed you, as well as I added some garlic, some fresh garlic, some garlic powder, a little bit of salt, and some black pepper. Now that I have my mixture all mixed up, I'm just going to be cutting up the sun-dried tomatoes. You can slice them as thick or as thin as you want. I just wanted to give the spinach dip just a little bit of crunch. You can add broccoli to this spinach dip if you want to, but this is what I chose to do, just the sun-dried tomatoes. And I'm just going to be mixing that up once I get them all cut up. Now I'm just washing my hands for probably like the 100th time today, but you want to make sure that you thoroughly cleanse your hands before and after you start working with any type of meat, chicken, fish, steak, anything. You want to make sure your hands are clean before, and you want to make sure your hands are thoroughly clean afterwards. Now I'm just adding a little bit of oil to the pan as well as some butter, because this is an optional step, but I like for my chicken to have a little bit of sear on it before I place it into the oven. You don't have to, you can skip this step if you want to, but to me this just does that little extra something to it. And I apologize for my voice in advance, you guys. I have year-long allergies. At one point they were seasonal, and now they're all year long. And like I said in previous videos, it's probably because we have a dog, but I can't get rid of my Sammy, so I make it do what it do. So now I'm just adding all the seasonings that you saw me show you in the beginning to the chicken. I'm going to do both sides. You can cut this chicken lengthwise. You can cut it the short way, as long as you make like a pocket, kind of like the way you would the way a hot dog roll would be. That's how you want your chicken to be, so that you can stuff it. Some of these pieces I couldn't stuff, and I just laid the stuffing on top. And some of these I could stuff, but I'm going a little heavy on the seasoning because chicken breast can tend to dry out really quickly and have, chicken is really hard to season nowadays for some reason. But I'm just adding my seasonings to it, and my husband loves black pepper. He doesn't have enough black. I'm gonna tell you how much he loves black pepper, y'all. If he don't sneeze, that means it's not enough black pepper on his food. That's how much he likes black pepper. So I'm going a little heavy with the seasoning, but it's okay because all of this stuff that I'm using does not contain any salt, which is absolutely great for us. So I'm just going to get the other side done, and then we'll be ready for the sear. So now I'm just adding a little bit of parsley on top of my chicken, just for some garnish. But I thought I was recording the part where I was stuffing this chicken, but apparently I wasn't. So this is just me being a little fancy with all this daggone parsley. But I don't know why I was using so much, but it is what it is. So yeah, That happened right there. Watch that. Now I'm going to place the chicken in the oven at 350 for about 35 minutes, and then I'm going to uncover it and let it cook for an additional 10 minutes. Now I'm just doing what my mama taught me. Don't cook in a dirty kitchen. Clean as you go. Make sure you wring that dish rag out. Wipe down that sink. She hated a wet sink. Sweep and mop the floor and wipe off them countertops. So I'm just doing what I was taught, and I'm teaching it to mine. Alright, so what I'm doing here is I am making that yellow rice that I told you guys about. I got this packet from the Dollar Tree. If you don't have it, you can just make some white rice and add some turmeric and some seasonings to it. And there you have it, yellow rice. But I absolutely love this package, and I use it quite often. So this is me just making some rice to go with this. So now what you guys see me doing is I am cleaning up my area. I have some, what is this? This is Clorox. I got this from Aldi's, and I absolutely love this stuff. So you want to make sure that you clean and sanitize your area anytime you've been working with any kind of meat, chicken, seafood, what have you. Make sure that your area is completely sanitized once you are done cleaning. I'm sorry, I dropped the camera, y'all, and I'm just trying to pick it up. That's all I'm doing. So we just gonna keep it moving. So this is the chicken straight from the oven. It looks so delicious, you guys, and it tastes just as good as it looked. It looks like a really heavy meal, but it was actually pretty light, and I really enjoyed it. So did my husband. Unfortunately, he was really tired from working today, so he didn't get to eat all of it, but what he did eat, he said he really enjoyed it. It was so delicious. So I fixed his plate, and this is his plate right here. How many of you ladies still fix your man a plate? Now, I'm not gonna lie, I don't do it all the time, but every now and again, especially when you know that they worked hard, or they worked overtime, or they worked a side job to bring in that extra income, you got to make that man feel a little bit special. So this is me just doing it up for daddy, because that's what I call him. But if you guys enjoyed this video, leave me a thumbs up, a comment, subscribe if you saw anything you like, and I will see you guys in another video. Talk to you then. Bye bye.